welcome to our spoilers review of Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. So this is a book that Alexandra made me read, and it was pretty good. Like, I enjoyed it, and it fit right in for Lovecraft Month, and I happened to be reading it at just the right time. So it is now our first book in Lovecraft Month.
Yes! Hello, future.
This book is very much like a Russian-esque fantasy. Apparently the author based it on like a Russian country and a Polish country, and God help me, I can't tell you which one is which. I'll leave that to you. But anyways, so there are two countries. There's Trinavia and there's Kalyazin, and they have two very different ideas about the universe.
Kalyazin is a country of clerics, and so to get magic, your cleric beseeches the gods, and if the gods so choose, they will give you magic. So the main character is patron to the god of death, and so if she wants to, do something, she goes, "Oh, hello, god of death, can I have the magic, please?" And the god of death is like, "Yes, here is the magic." And she goes, "Thank you, magic."
But she's also kind of special in the fact that all the gods talk to her, which is unusual. There hasn't, as far as anyone knows, a cleric in the history of the country that's ever been able to do that, and they all give her magic too.
And so she is the last cleric because the other country has wiped them all out. So, the weight of her country is resting on her shoulders, and also the weight of the other country, because her country wants to bring the gods back to Trinavia, because Trinavia have cut off from the gods because their magic
is blood magic. I mean, for all you fans of blood magic out there, this is your shit.
And I really like how they do it. Like, you have a spell book that has the spells in them, and then you rip out the spell page and you smear your blood on it and you spell.
Which is kind of cool, because then there's a drawback, because if your book is empty, you don't have that many spells, or you're stuck with the spells left in your spell book, or you're stuck with whoever wrote your spell book's list of spells.
And you only have so much blood.
You should go get blood.
Our three main characters, we have Nadia, who is the cleric, we have Seraphim, who is the prince of Trinavia, and did I say that right again? Yeah. I did it! And he is a blood mage, and then there is Malachiash,
who we're going to grossly mispronounce this entire video.
We are trying.
So please enjoy.
So he was automatically the most interesting character to me. In Trinavia, there is a special order of mages called the Vultures. And they're just like a death cult. They're like, okay, you know what? You want to be super magical? We will make you super magical. We will torture you until you're super magical. And so you kind of become this human monster hybrid that's super good with magic. And it can grow claws, and everyone's low-key terrified of them, and they kind of are above the government. They have their own court and their own king that just kind of runs
their priesthood.
Yeah, and they're in this burnt out old cathedral, and it's just the most metal shit ever.
Think of the Vultures like a Resident Evil boss, just waiting to fuck your shit up when you're not expecting it.
And so Malachiash has left the cult, and he is now traveling for reasons.
And you find out that not only is he a vulture, he is also the king vulture.
Surprise!
I think it's the black vulture.
The black vulture. He is the head of, and he hasn't actually left his cult. He's just doing shit. But he's oh, if I want to get sympathy, I'll say I've left. He is such a dramatic bitch, and I love him.
The book opens with Nadia, and she's in her monastery, but her monastery is under attack from Prince Seraphim, and Seraphim comes in and basically kidnaps all the monks. She gets away. Her best friend kind of gets disappeared with all the rest. They send them to the salt mines, which is basically the Vultures' experiment grounds. Yeah, so you kind of never see him again in this book. Nadia runs off with her friend Anna, but she quickly leaves to go do her own thing with the military of Kalyazin.
I think she goes to tell them that the monastery where they were staying has fallen.
So Nadia ends up running into Malachiash and Rashid and Parjan, who are from Akola, which is I guess a Middle Eastern country that does not want any of Kalyazin or Trinavia's shit, but they are expats basically on the run after they stirred stuff up in their own country and are now trying to stop the war between these two countries.
Nadia decides that the best thing that she can do is she will sneak in to Trivania and she will kill the king. and then she will bring the gods back, because there's kind of like this barrier around the country that the gods can't get in. So when she goes into this country to do all of this, she's going to be losing contact with her gods. Like, it's going to be harder for her to talk with them. Seraphin, meanwhile, has also headed back to the capital because his father has called him back to be like, hey son, guess what? You need to get married now. We're going to do a thing. We're going to throw a contest to find you a consort because you need to get married now.
It's basically like Red Queen.
And Seraphin is just like, this is such a trap.
I don't trust you. I don't trust your relic. I don't trust none of this.
And he's just like, I have been the front lines of this war for like the past 5 years. I don't remember how to do court shit.
Also, he's just bad at it. He's drunk most of the time.
You're just like, oh baby, no, stop.
All the worst times is he drunk.
So Nadia enters this contest as her way to like get in close so that she can have access to the king.
Meanwhile, she's also finding out that she has feelings for Malakish. Those feelings very much go along the lines of, ooh, he's really hot, but I don't trust him. But ooh, I really want to make out with him, but I don't trust him.
If I make out with him, will I get feelings? No, I won't.
Maybe if I stick my tongue down his throat, I'll get to know him better.
I mean...
Yes?
I guess? How does one romance? I do not know.
This is like the first time in a YA book she's like, damn, I want to make out with this dude, but I really don't trust him. I'm sitting there like, yeah, you really shouldn't trust him. Like, I was actually like, I don't think you can trust him, but maybe, but no. So Seraphin is aware that his father is a dick and that the vultures are probably controlling his father.
Everybody's basically running around, doing the court stuff, doing this competition, and stuff is happening, but you don't really know what's going on because it's all just all over the place until finally we have our final confrontation in the burnt out cathedral where Nadia and Malakiash finally are like, yeah, we're into each other, yeah! And they're like, yeah, this is great, and then, hey bitch.
Listen.
Surprise. I'm kind of the Black Vulture, and, yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah, no, the king. So what the king is trying to do is become a god. And he needs to kill Seraphin to do this. So, like, we should stop the king, right?
We're definitely stopping the king.
We're gonna... He's the bad guy. So Seraphin gets murdered. The king gets murdered before he can do the thing. And Malakish goes like, awesome, wicked, great, let's go. Time to become a god.
and like the way, I think the way Nadia killed the king with her magic or something, like combined her magic with his magic, so it was like extra super powerful. So Malakius like drinks the king's blood and then he becomes a monster god.
Yeah,
thing.
he just fucks off. Nadia's just like there with like the dead king, a couple vultures, and Seraphin who's just woken up from being dead.
And has like moths floating around his head.
And, like one of his...
I like that a lot. That
yeah.
reminded me of Lanny Taylor.
I really like it because at that point, Seraphin and Nadia are both kind of sitting there very shell-shocked. And he's just like, hi, I'm Seraphin.
She's like, hi, I'm Nadia, the cleric you were trying to kill.
And he's like, I figured that out, yeah.
So my one problem with the book ending was I don't really understand what happened. I mean, I think it's going to get more explained in the next book, but like it's kind of like, and there's this third power that something, I don't know, is it Nadia's, is it someone else's, what's happening, I don't know, but he's powerful now and he's gone by.
I got an arc of Ruthless Gods, and I've read it, and I have failed to post my review. I'm super good at my job. But in the second book, it definitely, like, right away explains a lot of what happened, because, like, the beginning of the book starts with Nadia being like, what the fuck just happened?
Which is nice. I need that explanation. It would have been nice to get a little bit more of it in this book, but you know what? It's fine. I'm interested in reading the next book, so it's not a big problem. It
was super fun to see how this book just kind of flirts with cosmic horror. Like, it isn't, like, balls to the wall, like, the old ones are coming, and praise Cthulhu, and, like, that kind of aesthetic is there.
Yeah.
And I remember last year when we were doing our Lovecraft Month stuff, we're like, how come there's no YA cosmic horror? I mean, it's a genre perfect for, like, it's perfect. Because just like how nothing makes sense, there are no rules. Or like, if there are rules, we can't comprehend them. How much is that like being a teenager?
Right?
It would be perfect, and here we are.
And it looks like there's going to be more coming because cosmic horror is becoming a thing.
Yeah, I wonder why.
All in all, it was a pretty good book.
Mm-hmm.
The plot flow was pretty good. I mean, the middle is kind of dips a bit.
When I was originally reading this book, I read it in the summer. It didn't really hold my attention well. Like, I would be to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this down. And then something would happen and be like, okay, like 20 more pages, let's go. So I found it very like stop and go. But then by about after the halfway point, I was like 100% invested and like did like half of the book in one sitting.
And for me, like, I tried to listen to the audiobook and I found the names were just too much for me. And I was like, I have no idea who's talking, what's going on, where's up, where's down, I don't know. So I found I really had to read the book, and if maybe I had picked the audiobook up halfway through it, I would have been fine, but the first chunk of what was happening was like, I don't know.
I haven't really seen a cleric as a main character in a while either, so that was kind of fun.
It's kind of a fun thing to play with.
Yeah, and I've always had like a soft spot where gods are like present.
Yeah, they're
in
characters
stories.
in a story, basically. I love that. So, anyways, that is our review of Wicked Saints. We will eventually be back with a review of Ruthless Gods.
Who knows when.
So we will see you guys next time, and look for more of our May Lovecraft Month stuff.